Naima Suri is helping her 11-year-old son get dressed. He has eye cancer, which was why she and her 4 sons fled the war in Gaza and came to Egypt for treatment 2 years ago. Naima and her sons are part of a community of Palestinians here, all of whom have children with chronic diseases.
As much as I was comfortable here during these past 2 years, I was worried. My family was not whole. I left my husband and our other son in Gaza. I saved some of them from the war, from hunger and suffering. But my heart ached, always thinking about my husband and son. I was always afraid when I called and couldn't reach them. Once we were out of touch for 3 months.
They are attending Juri Bahloul's 6th birthday party. Juri had lost both her parents during an Israeli attack on Gaza. Many of the Palestinian community residing in Egypt's coastal city of Alexandria were at the party. They are an exception to Cairo's refusal to relocate Palestinians from the Gaza Strip into Egypt, as proposed by Israel and the United States. At the peak of the war, this decision brought widespread international criticism. But many here are now grateful for Egyptian President Abdel El-Sisi's firm stance on that issue, which made President Donald Trump accept an Egyptian proposal for peace in Gaza.
Honestly, as a Palestinian, I support Egypt's decision to reject the immigration of the Palestinian people from Gaza. This is the only reason why we have hope to go back to our land. I support that decision despite the pain it may have caused. Even when there are dominating countries that control the world, Egypt's voice is heard. This was clear in our Palestinian crisis. Without Egypt, no one would have remained in Gaza.
The war in Gaza prompted one of Egypt's most assertive stances toward the United States since the 1979 Camp David peace treaty with Israel. Washington has since provided Egypt with $1.3 billion in military aid annually, which helped the country shift away from reliance on Soviet-era weapons. However, this aid has come with conditions.
Since the Obama administration, the United States has politicized arms deals, linking military cooperation to political positions. At the same time, Egypt's access to advanced weaponry has been restricted. Egypt was never offered F-15 or F-35 fighter jets, ensuring that the balance of power is always in Israel's favor.
When President Abdel El-Sisi took office in 2014, his foreign policy was clear: to decrease Egypt's reliance on the United States. He bolstered ties with Russia, upgraded relations with China to a comprehensive strategic partnership. El-Sisi also led the biggest reported arms purchases in Egypt's history. Most of these deals were with France, Germany, Italy, South Korea, Russia, and China.
We used to be dictated to a certain point how should we deal with our policies, and based on this, we have a very good balanced relation with the United States. Maybe it's not as powerful as it was, since Egypt also diversified its relations with various other countries.
Egypt's reservations to Washington's regional policies were clear when President El-Sisi did not go to the White House after Trump's re-election last year. El-Sisi also, for the first time since his election, skipped attending the UN General Assembly that year. As regional tensions expanded beyond Gaza to include an Israeli strike on Hamas's negotiating team in Qatar, a strong U.S. ally, Egypt's policy of diversified ties with the world were confirmed as the best option for Cairo.
You cannot 100% depend on the United States. I mean, the United States has one of its biggest military base in the world, which is in Qatar. Nevertheless, because Israel wanted to attack Qatar, if we remove the Palestinian issue and if we remove the Arab-Israeli war, we do not have any substantial disputes between Egypt and the United States. The only reason why we are having this is because that the United States support unconditionally Israel.
Given the Middle East's geopolitical landscape, Egypt and the United States remain mutually indispensable. Egypt, however, says its foreign policy is now guided by a principle it names strategic balance. It appears that Washington recognizes the shift in Egyptian policy. Last month, during the World Economic Forum in Davos, Trump pledged to President El-Sisi that the U.S. will help in resolving the Nile water negotiations with Ethiopia, a key issue for Egypt's water security. While the U.S. supported the construction of the Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam, it played a limited role in reaching an agreement on its management.